Yo, Hegassen here, and here we are, One Piece, episode 904, and everything looks so grey. Hold on, that's better. Okay, this episode 904, I feel like this was a money saver, and I'm okay with it being a money saver, if it means that the fights that I know we're going to get very, very soon, that, the opening has teased, if them fights are hype, I'm okay with this one being a bit of a money saver, but it does feel like a money saver. This episode covers the last 4 pages of chapter 916 and the beginning few of 917, and there's a few flashbacks in between. We have to see Okiku cutting off Urashima's top knot again. We see Urashima going into Holdem. We get a few of the same shots of the polluted water spreading across Wano. We get a few of them shots again, plus the, inevitable flashbacks that we get at the beginning of every single One Piece episode. And I think all of this and what is actually happening in the episode, it really makes the pacing slow, especially when you compare the fact that the manga is so fast-paced. The manga right now is going really fast-paced, whereas the anime, it's really slowing it down. Even in this episode, there isn't even much filler. And because of that, they take their time with stuff a little bit more, and they have all of these flashbacks, and that just slows the whole episode down. And this episode in particular really, really suffered for that. Literally, hardly anything happened. This episode I can sum up as Holdem going from his house to where Luffy is. That is pretty much what happened in this episode. Holdem moved from his house to a roof near Luffy. They didn't even start any confrontation. We cut away, we see a new gifter called Speed. She's pretty cool actually, she's pretty quirky. She's a horse gifter, and she's got a centaur-like body. Oda really loves those centaurs, it seems. And her design, her colours, they're a little bit more wacky than what I thought they would be when I saw her in the manga, but she's pretty cool. Like I said, she's got a pretty quirky personality. She has very much a horse-like mannerism. She does the great big horse-like smile, and she always thinks, or at least thinks that she can have 360 degree vision, even though her eyes are still on the front of her head. So she's a pretty fun character, but we don't really get to know a lot about her. We just see her and we get her information box, and her information box was a bit weird because it covered up pretty much the entire screen in her entire face. Plus we have the subtitles, so that takes up her entire face. So you get the info box of this is Speed, but you can't really see her, at least with subtitles. I'm sure in the original Japanese, without the subtitles, it looks a bit better, but it looked weird here. That's pretty much all we get of Speed this week. We get reminders about the people of Wano's plight, how they don't have any nice food because it's all been polluted, apart from one farm, Paradise Farm, which we get to see this week. And that is where all of the food is made for Orochi and Kaido, and the people who even work on the farm, they don't even get any money of that. So again, we're getting that hammered into our heads. We've had that hammered into our heads the last few weeks. We get a little bit of a scuffle between Luffy and some other gifters, some nameless gifters. They got pretty fun designs. They range from completely crazy to absolutely hideous looking. But there's like a rabbit guy with a great big rabbit beard. He looks like a lot of fun. And there's this other guy who literally has a trouser snake. Stay away from that guy in a fight. They get dispatched pretty easily. They were in the manga, but they were just nameless background ones. In the manga, there's nameless background ones here. And then, like I said, it ends with Holdem turning up, staring down over Luffy and Zoro. He has Otama in the line on his stomach's mouth, and Hawkins turns up as well on his little reindeer thing. And the best part about this episode is the fact that when Hawkins turns up, we get the Doflamingo music playing. So that was a nice little highlight. But apart from that, that is all that literally happened. Not much to take away from this episode. I guess really you can take away the fact that we now see Speed. We see what she looks like with her colour palette. And with confirmation with Speed, we get the confirmation at least that the gifters, they can be animals that other devil fruits are. Because Speed is a horse. And if you remember back in Skypiea, we had Gamful, and he had that bird that could also turn into a horse, but that was the official devil fruit version. This is the artificial ones that Doflamingo was making. We'll find out a lot more about these later on in the anime. We already know about them in the manga. That's it, pretty much. Pretty bland episode. I'd give it a white tier. It wasn't that interesting. Literally Holden moving from one place to another. And I'm okay with it, as long as it means that when we get to these big fights that are coming up. They are hype. They are early Wano. Because remember, early Wano we were so jazzed up about it. We were so hyped. We were like, the animation's beautiful. It's kind of gone a little bit backwards now. It's kind of pushing more into what it was like before then. I mean, there are still shots that look absolutely beautiful. But, yeah, it's definitely going backwards. And I just feel like these are the money savers for the big stuff that's going to happen. And then the anime hype will be building up again when what is coming comes. I mean, it doesn't help that I've been watching Demon Slayer recently, and that looks fantastic. And then we go back into Wano, which is meant to look fantastic, and we get an episode like this, which is very, very boring. What are we going to do? You just got to stick with it, because good stuff is coming, I promise. Hey, so thanks for watching. What did you think? Let me know about it in the comments below. And if you enjoyed my video, maybe give it a like, and if you really liked it, why not subscribe? You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram and Twitch. Oh, and here's a related video you might enjoy, and something more fresh. I've been Hegassen, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!